Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm back with a review of an Oscar nominated film from India this time. The story is based in India, in one of our states here, which is also based on true life events. It's a documentary. The name of the movie is To Kill a Tiger, directed and written by Nisha Pahuja. Okay, first and foremost, whenever Oscar nominations are coming up, I make sure that I tick off as much as movie off my list and make sure that I complete the shorts, animated films, documentary features, and all of that first. And I did. Today, I'm going to talk about a brilliant, brilliant movie, a documentary movie by Nisha Pahuja, To Kill a Tiger. So, when I went to first see this film, I just thought with my own mind, without reading the catalog or any description of the movie, saying, thinking about. I did not read a description though. I was just thinking, okay, this might be about some wildlife sanctuary. It might be about extinction of wildlife and stuff like that. It might talk about all of that, but no, it dealt with a very sensitive topic after due ethical consideration. Okay, the way Nisha Pahuja handled this topic and the way she weaved the whole story, I tell you, until the end of the story I was on the toes. Okay, I was biting my nails, I was just waiting what happens and what happens. All right, so this is a story about a 13-year-old girl from the village of Jharkhand. Okay, she is brilliant, she is brave, she is now 20 years old, and this real life story took place in 2017. Alright, if you live in India and even if you are a woman, you might be aware of the fact that North India is not very much safe for women, for the matter of fact, any corner of the world, right? But when it comes to this part of the world, it is not to be safe for women. Okay, so this woman, this girl, she is just 13 old in 2017. um she goes to a family gathering, and she is just kept there because it's a family gathering, everyone is a relative, everyone is part of a community over there, and hence their family gets back home, and this their daughter does not come back home even though it's midnight. Okay, and after that what they do is, after all of this is happening, when she is coming back home, okay, so it is midnight and she's not back. Her father and the members of the family are very desperate to know where the hell she is. Okay, so her father Ranjit and everyone in the family starts gathering up and looks for her, and she is coming back home, feeling very much stressed and tensed because what happened to her. This 13-year-old girl was sexually assaulted by three men in the community at the function because she stayed up late at night and she was harassed. Her hair were pulled, her clothes were torn apart, and she was sexually assaulted. So there was this rape case in the village. Her father backed her. Her father did not for her father did not took a step back because lots of the villagers, the community in the village, were talking about just solve this messy situation by just letting her marry one of these boys. Okay, so there were three boys, and the compromise was that the solution, the head of the panchayat, like the a person, took that just to resolve this big issue by doing this crazy deed of letting her get married, because who is gonna marry? So the we get to see the limited amount of brain power these guys are using there, because they just want to make sure that the community appears to be neat and clean and tidy and nothing is happening over there. So it's all about that. And the way this father, her father, Kiran's father, fights with this dumb people out there, I was just shook and surprised by the fact. Okay. Because lots of people think like, um the people will get killed if they are not, taking into consideration about of community, like the men in the house and all of that are drinking, hence you're not going to be safe. All the women in the village are, telling them to take a step back and not fight against it. And that is so hilarious. Like, their mindset is gone so south, that is terrible to know, that is really, really terrible. And I'm glad that the director Nisha Pahuja did not left any stone unturned, because she captured each angle. Okay, so there was this person from the community who was opposing to not take a step and go to court, give it a legal angle for sure, because of course what happened, the rape which happened, was not something which was something we a group could solve. It was something afar and beyond their capabilities and their scope of work for sure. Okay, so um she made sure she gave angle. There was one person, as I mentioned before, he was like, I want to think about the men, the boys in the village as well, because their life is going to go to hell now. And he had that angle, because he was thinking like everyone is a child and everyone deserves to get a second chance and all of that. This girl Kiran, although the village people were not talking with her parents were going through a rough patch. The farmer season were not, the season was not giving them hope, because they were not getting ROI for the rice and whatever they were doing, the agriculture stuff. Okay, so they were in debt. They were having a tense situation. Her father was carrying a huge burden. He was feeling courageous because that daughter was not ready to back off. Okay, she's a brave person since then. And whatever she has been through, she had the courage to talk things through. She had the courage to have tear in a high, but not take a step back and make sure that speak the truth in the face of injustice, in the face of this crazy people in the neighborhood. Okay, they sounded astute. The family, the mother telling her husband to be firm when talking, because these people could eat them up alive. So this angle of a 13-year-old going through a tough period and fighting against all of this and capturing it in a document was done pretty well. Okay, this movie was actually going to be about a masculinity. Nisha was going to talk about the think of the different facets of masculinity. But when she was working with the foundation which helped Kiran to win this case, and the guilty were given 25 years of sentence, which is brilliant. In fact, she made sure that this story was given its well deserved time, rather than just gusawing it in a different documentary altogether. It was made sure by her that this gets a different story altogether, which was brilliant. Okay, a brilliant facet about it. um Now she's 20-year old. Okay, she is a survivor. She is a person who is very brave. Okay, I'm talking about Kiran. She is aiming to be, she aspires to be a police officer. So since then, like whenever she was 13-year old, from that time on, she was courageous. Okay, so this is a story about a man, a father, who feels like he needs to not, he needs to have a spine, not bow to everyone, because after that point he won't be able to look up straight and talk to people. Somehow he has lost that honor, he feels like, and he needs to get it back. He talks about the importance of education in the life of women, which would help her to get rid of the stain which society might have imposed on her, but she does not feel so. And for to get rid of that, she needs to work and navigate through this bad. Okay, as a 20-year-old lady now, she's doing brilliant. She is aspiring big, and this story proves a point that um to fight with the just injustice which is happening, you have to believe in the family unit, you have to believe in yourself, no matter how hard the difficulty and whatever difficult situation you're going through, right? So this is a very brilliant movie, a movie which is backed by a great number of people like Dev Patel, we have Mindy Kaling and all of these amazing people. So, a story worth telling. If you live in India, you might know that um, topics like this, the cases like this, are postponed year on year, and somehow not many people get courage to come forward and talk things through, or take it to um, any take any legal action, take the help of or take the help of the law, because somehow there are lots of people which we see in this documentary, like they are wearing badges of honor, but they are not able to blur a single word, which is crazy. It just blows my fucking mind. um so yeah, even though this is a very sensitive topic, of course the director handled it pretty much well. I loved the way she handled it and told us beautiful. I mean, the story, the thing which happened was not beautiful, but the way it was told and the way I was totally into the movie, I was crying, I felt uncomfortable when her father was helping her to learn to just understand and how to to read the script, or the way she was remembering because she had to give the statement the other day at the court. The way her father was helping her to do that, and the way they both were helping her to get back her courage to speak it out in such a way that you would be able to stand in the court and talk about what happened to you, even though you might have tears in your eyes, but you are able to speak it what happened and dare to speak the truth. And that was super super important, of course, for the arc, for the real life story, which was very important for the village people as well, and for the community around them, for the villages around them. Many women after that, they say in the studies that came out and talk about any abuse or any sexual assault which happened. So one person can change the narrative, and this is a story about that. This is a story about when society was not standing behind a girl, a small child. Her father stood behind her, uh, for his princess. A father could do anything for their daughters, and this is its perspective. It talks all about that. Okay, a father just wants to see his daughter smile. Yeah, and it's a very very beautiful documentary. If you get a chance, please do watch it. Don't sleep on this documentary at all. It's pride of I mean, the story is not a pride of India, but the documentary, the way it was told, and the final decision which court gave was brilliant. So it has a good ending, which is good. Yeah, for the girl, for the person. um so yeah, from a movie perspective, this was very well done. I'm very happy that Nisha Pahuja did this brilliant work. If someday I get an opportunity to interview her in the future, I would really love to talk things through with her, like how she did it all. It's really brilliant. And and yeah, definitely watch it. And that's my few words on it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.